This is episode 4. I'm your host and DM, Chev. And with us today, we only got 3 players, but that will be nice. We don't have to share the spotlight so much. We've got Tychus, played by Jay.
Hello.
Nock, played by Bunsen.
Pretend I have a cool robot voice filter.
I will not.
And No Name, played by Bryn.
Hello?
You stop that.
All right, so a quick recap. Last time, you guys made your way finally into Schult and actually encountered a dead golem who Nock desperately wanted to reactivate, but the rest of the party decided to move forward. You guys passed a camp that seemed occupied, but you decided to move on because it wasn't your destination. You encountered a large plateau, which was the plateau of Mambala. You guys wound your way all the way up to the top to get a good look in the direction you were heading, which was to go towards a place called Oralunga. Once you got to the top, you were greeted by what looked to be the remains of an old village, and their skulls are spread around all over on pikes. And the skulls appeared to be gnawed on. As you guys kept looking around, you found that there was various areas of the village still intact, but clearly something had ravaged the village at some point in time. And you found one creature still left intact, an old, decrepit-looking woman, kind of just meandering around her little shack on one side of the plateau. You approached her, asked, she greeted you, and you asked her name, and she introduced herself as Nanny Poo Poo. Although I will say, I'm not sure if I pointed this out last time, but it did take her a minute to recall what the villagers used to call her.
See,
and sorry, go ahead.
I don't know. I don't even remember us talking to her. I'm pretty sure I just said her name on the little placard.
Oh, maybe that's what happened. Okay.
I'm not even sure we had that conversation.
All right. Well, let's back up a little bit. I think I jumped ahead in my head and fabricated some
because I was going to
memories.
point out that we hadn't talked to her yet. We didn't even know if she spoke common. And I was going to say I was so ready for us to have gotten all the way here, gotten so excited to talk to Nanny Poo Poo.
Okay.
Nanny Poo Poo doesn't speak common.
All right.
Yeah, you
Well,
know
then,
what? I
in
remember
game,
now.
you guys are gonna have to. You guys don't know her name yet, but as players, you do because you got spoiled.
Yeah, I remember now. All that happened at the end was you revealed her name to us as players, I think. And I just said, that's an unfortunate name. And that was just game end.
All right. How did I reveal her name though?
You showed us the picture.
It was just tagged like when you brought
Oh,
the image,
right.
it
I
was
showed you the
labeled.
picture of her and it said it in the top. That's right. Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and share this again with you guys. there's your
There
Nanny
she
Poo
is.
Poo.
There's my special girl.
My special girl. Yeah, there's no way to hide that name.
Years.
I can change it at least. So I could have done like this, like old woman before I shared it. You guys can see that change, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
There
For
we go.
future reference, I will take that into account. Okay, well then you guys see this old woman. You guys have to wade through basically a bunch of skulls to get to her. And yeah, that's where you guys are at now. We'll go ahead and let you guys take it away.
Alright. I'll go ahead and approach her first and say,
So she doesn't see you coming. She's still kind of puttering around her little shack, and she looks like she's messing with something down below. She's kind of hunkered down, trying to pick something up off the ground, or you kind of can't tell what she's doing. But she's got her back to you, and you cannot see her, or she cannot see you. Excuse me.
gotcha. I'm just gonna say, hello?
Okay. She's a little bit a ways away. You guys spotted her from, probably about 20 feet away. Are you gonna walk closer?
Yes.
Okay. So you approach up to her and you say hello. At a normal volume?
Yeah.
Okay. You go up to her, you say hello, and she stands up in a snap, turns around, and she says, "Hello. Hello, nice to meet you. You are an interesting looking. What are you even?"
We said the robot.
Anyway. So I believe we were told to speak to a wise guardian of Orlunga, west of Mambala, and that you can direct us to that which we seek. Are you the guardian we were told of?
Orlunga is west of Mambala. This is Mambala. I am not. I am not who you seek. However, you may be able to help me.
How so?
Well, you see, my fellow villagers, they were ravaged by terrafolk from the south of the plains here, below the plateau. Everybody was taken and eaten by the winged beasts. I apparently am too stringy or wily for their tastes. I'm here all alone. All I have are my roots. And she points down to where she was messing around. She's got a little garden, and she's got just like some very basic vegetables growing in this garden. Most of them are root like beets and stuff like that, and stuff you have to pull out of the ground. Potatoes.
So, where is it you would like us to go?
Well, if you wouldn't mind, I would very much appreciate you eliminating the terrafolk that ravaged my once fine village.
Terrafolk.
Yes. Terrifying creatures.
What do they look like?
Winged, nasty beasts. They fly over and take what they want and fly away. You can see the remains of my companions. They're gnawed upon.
And I assume she's referring to these skulls all around?
Yes. She kind of gestures to the skulls, and she's kind of swept some of them away from her hut. There seems to be a little pile of them stacked near her hut as she's like kind of cleaned up.
Could I make an insight check on her? Because it's one thing, definitely it's understandable to be very upset by that happening, but it's another thing entirely to amass all the skulls of these people. Especially if they were carried away.
Okay.
Then why would their skulls be here?
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and roll an insight check.
Alright, shoot, I forgot how to pull up my character thing here. On Classic. PC, no. What do I click again?
You
Bring up my
can
character's
left click
information.
your sheet at the top left where you're logged in.
Ah, yes, okay. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Insight. Here we go. 19.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, like you said, as a player, now your character knows the same thing. Things aren't adding up about her story, but it is hard to tell. You just met this woman, so you think something definitely seems amiss, but also she herself seems like she might be amiss, a bit.
If I may ask, you said that your fellow people were carried away by these winged beings, correct?
Yes.
How, if they were carried away, how are their skulls all here?
Well, they came en masse. They devoured my companions. Many of them were carried away, but they just feasted upon them right before my eyes. Several of them came at me, but apparently I'm not appetizing or something or other. They drugged them all over the plateau, devoured them, carried many of them away. I've tried to clean them up and get the remains away from my hut so I don't have to see the mess that they left behind.
Does anyone else have any actions that they would like to do?
So you guys are, as far as I know, unless
Oh,
you
help.
are correcting me, are still standing about 20 feet away.
Yeah.
Oh, I approached a little bit.
Yeah,
No,
but I
you,
think
but
yeah.
Tychus and No Name are still back behind you.
I'm definitely wary.
You kind of picked up on the same odd line of logic. Like,
Yeah, like
most of them were carried, or some of them even were carried away. How are there so many skulls here?
Well,
not to mention, like
sorry, I bring up the distance because I want to know, can you guys even hear her?
I'm
at
sure
tw-
we
at 20
followed
feet away?
enough to like.
Okay.
I'm sure we wouldn't just let
Yeah.
Knock go alone.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
But I
Continue.
do think that Tyke's is quite wary. Between that story, the sheer amount of skulls, and the fact that someone like her would be one to survive when such a vulnerable person would likely be taken has me worried.
Are you
And
guys saying this, or is this just as
No.
players?
No, I'm thinking it mostly. I'm kind of explaining what I'm doing. I'm mostly
Gotcha.
just kind of standing there apprehensive.
Okay.
Could you describe the dimensions of this and the dimensions of the pile of skulls?
Dimensions of what? What's this?
The hut.
Oh yes. Okay. So it's a little hut. It's got kind of a thatch like hay top to it. Very haphazardly put together. Definitely decorated with various bones and stuff that look like they're pretty old. A lot of dinosaur like creature bones, so not humans. Although it is still, there are many human skulls, and a lot of them do seem to be amassed near her hut. So it's hard to tell what exactly happened, but for some reason a bunch of skulls are around her hut. Maybe they chased her in there and she had to hide, and so they feasted upon her companions outside the hut. It's hard to tell what exactly
How tall
went on.
are these piles of skulls?
So there's only one pile, and it's like probably about 10 feet away from her hut, and it's like right on the edge of the plateau. So her hut's kind of on the edge of the plateau on the southwest side, and the skulls are also on the edge there. Looks like some of them have maybe even slid off and down the cliff.
I thought you said that there were skulls in here for some reason.
There's skulls all over the plateau. A bunch of them on pikes as well.
Okay.
But yeah, as far as like a big pile, like that somebody actually went around and collected them and put them in a pile, there's only one.
How densely scattered are the skulls elsewhere on the plateau?
Not,
Just on
I mean, you wouldn't be able to miss them. They're easy to see, but you can step between them pretty easily.
Okay.
Without actually touching them.
How tall is the pile?
Probably about almost as tall as Nanny Poo Poo, so like maybe like 5 feet tall almost.
Yeah, that's way too many skulls. I don't even know if that many people could fit on this plateau. How large
It's
is
a
this
big plateau. I think I went over this last time, but the map from the aerial view makes it look small, but it's actually quite large.
Even still, that's a lot of people.
Also, why is it just skulls?
The remains of the village definitely look like the village. You can tell that the village was rather large.
Yeah, that's a good point. Why just skulls?
Also, if they were carried away, how did Nanny Poo Poo get the skulls?
Exactly.
Well, yeah, she did try.
Not
She did
all of
explain that a little
them.
bit.
She's traumatized. You tell weird stories when you're traumatized. Trust me. There's like a whole complicated psychology about this.
I would step forward and I would ask, how did you procure the remains? Again.
Okay, you're asking that to Nanny Poo Poo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would ask her how she procured so many of the remains.
What? I'm sorry. What do you mean by procured?
Apologies. How did you retrieve them?
They were scattered around my hut. I'm merely picking them up and putting them in one place so I can avoid it. I tire of seeing the remains of my companions.
I would like to see if I can sneak away. I want to sneak away and investigate the surroundings of the hut, like check around the back.
Okay. Roll a stealth check.
All right. And if this is successful, I'm going to like put my hands on the shoulders of No Name and Tychus, like just to let them know, like I'm heading out. I'm gonna check this out.
Okay.
If they understand that message, at least.
Mm.
It is a 26.
Okay. That's funny. Sometimes the 3D dice in this older in the FG
Yeah, I was gonna
Classic,
say.
I rolled a 2 on the die, but then the result was an 18. Okay. All right. So, as soon as Tychus begins engaging her, you manage to slip away, and he seems to hold her attention enough that you are able to get away without her noticing.
All right. And I'm gonna leave the hut, and I'm going to investigate the perimeter of the hut.
Okay. Roll me an investigation check.
All right.
All right.
Not natural 20.
Okay, you look around the hut. You see more skulls, kind of just a few here and there. Like she hasn't finished cleaning up around her little living area. Are you looking in the hut or just around it?
I'm looking around the hut outside.
Okay. There's not really much else of note around the hut. Just some more remains, kind of scattered around here and there, and that's pretty much it. You do smell something though, like she's been cooking something inside.
I don't think I can smell.
Oh, you can't? Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't imagine I could. I don't breathe after all.
Well, it's up to you. You're what is? Do you guys know the lore on Warforged? Because I mean, there's no reason why a construct couldn't have some sort of sensory.
Yeah, they're also magic robots. So.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Magic robot.
Yeah,
I'm gonna let you decide, Bunsen. Do you smell or do you not smell?
I don't think I smell because I don't breathe, so it doesn't make sense.
All right, then no smell.
All right. So as far as I can tell, I don't really sense anything other than just more skulls around the perimeter.
Tychus and No Name, though, you guys are close enough now. You guys do catch the smell. Something is brewing inside her hut. Yeah, and there's nothing else knock around the perimeter of her hut. You had to, on the back side of her hut, you're basically like have a 2-foot width between the hut and the sheer cliff of the plateau. She's, for some reason, chosen to live on this precarious position, or maybe part of the plateau has fallen away.
I see. Is there any other huts nearby?
All the rest of the village is completely ravaged. There is no remaining structures that are completely intact. Some of them are partly intact, like a roof is caved in or a wall is tipped over. There's definitely signs of a major struggle on top of the plateau here. But her hut seems to be mostly untouched. It's hard to tell. I mean, it's very haphazardly put together, so it could have been damaged and she just fixed it. It's hard to tell if it was just not damaged at all or if she fixed it.
I think I'll investigate the pile of skulls for anything of interest while Tychus and No Name are inside.
Okay. Tychus didn't talk for very long, so I'm gonna say that you either need to roll a new stealth check, or are you guys continuing to talk to Nanny Poo Poo at this point?
No, I went outside. I went outside the hut.
I would say that, but I kind of want to move to investigate the pile of remains.
Okay. Are you guys just no longer making an effort to have her not see what you're doing?
I imagined that when I made my stealth check, that was to slip away from.
I'm kind of deliberately doing it in a way to like catch her attention, because I kind of got the impression that that's what Nock was doing, because I think we both understood that this doesn't seem right. Tychus would know that Nock is intelligent enough to know that this isn't adding up.
Okay, and Bunsen,
would take that signal.
There's no cover or anything that you were able to. She was looking right at you, so basically the way you got away was by Tychus holding her attention and you slipping.
No, but we were
vision.
in the hut at that point, right?
No, you weren't. You've been outside the hut the whole time.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, remember she was hunkered down messing with her garden when you approached?
Right. I mean, she's weird. I can imagine she could have a garden within her hut. I didn't really question that.
Okay, so Nock and Tychus, you're both now going over to the pile of skulls, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you guys walk over there, and Nanny Poo Poo follows you guys as you walk over there, and she just says, "Oh, please get rid of them. There's too many for me to move very far."
Do you have a higher investigation, or mine's +0? So what's yours?
Mine is +3.
+1.
All right, so I'll assist you then. So we get the +1.
So much metagaming in this campaign.
Yay.
What? I thought I was gonna roll.
17. Oh, yeah.
I mean, I rolled, so it's fine.
Okay, I thought you were a little.
17. We're just investigating the pile of remains.
Okay.
Yeah, because we're us doing things.
Okay, so you guys are looking at the skulls on this pile, and they definitely look gnawed on. but they look like they've just been like scraped clean. Like it's not just like it very meticulously scraped clean and practically polished by teeth of some kind. But the teeth look very dull. They don't look like, like what you would imagine a beast, some sort of carnivorous beast looking like. You get the impression that these skulls have been scraped clean by meticulous effort, and long after they were dead.
I am going to turn to Tychus. I'm gonna look at him, and I'm just going to like lean over. Because Tychus is shorter than me now that I think about it.
Yeah.
And go, I think she might be a cannibal. Because I don't know how else to relay this information. Because I realized if it was beaks, it would have beak marks. And if it was like something with big sharp teeth, it would have big sharp teeth marks. But that it was scraped by flat teeth, and most of the human teeth are grindy teeth. That means that it was a human.
I would take one of the skulls into my hand. One of the ones presumably that was
Alas, poor York.
scraped clean. Shut up. That was scraped clean. And I would like turn to her holding it, and I would say, the skull is pristine, completely clean. And yet you said these remains were taken from beasts?
Yes. These remains are my companions. The beasts came and killed everyone on the plateau, and now their skulls are littered everywhere.
Could I make a stealth check to try to sneak to behind her in case anything happens?
Sure.
All right. 14.
Okay. All right. So you're able to slip behind her while she's focused on Tychus still holding one of the skulls.
I go about it in my hands, running my hands over the smoothness, noticing a few of the smoother notches. I'm pretty well traveled for my age. I've seen many kinds of beasts who could wound a man like this, and none of them do it in a way that's so pristine to the bone, and none of them pick it so meticulously clean. You're lying to us.
Young man, I don't know what you want me to tell you. I've been hunkered up here for months or longer. I don't know. It feels like it's been forever, and my companions have long since been deceased. I don't know what you want me to say.
Could I make an insight check?
Yes.
13.
Okay. You catch her stuttering.
While I'm still behind her, quietly I'm going to take out my blade. I'm not gonna do anything with it yet. I'm just gonna take it out and signal to Tychus that I'm gonna like nod my head, try to give a signal like, say the word and I'll do something.
Tychus, do you notice this and get the message?
I'm assuming so.
Do you want to roll to see if you understand it?
I don't know if I'd roll to see if I understand it. Like,
I just have this feeling of like I just really want to shake my head, but I know that if I do, it might alert her. But I'm just sitting here like,
what I'm trying to decide what to do here, but I think I'm just going to say, all we need to know is directions of where we need to go. Things aren't adding up here.
Well, you folks already told me where you were headed. West of Mambala. This is Mambala. Orolunga is west. Yes? You can see it from here. And she turns and she points.
Do I have to make a stealth check to make sure she doesn't notice me?
She doesn't notice you. You're behind her, right? So she just kind of turns 90 degrees a little bit and then points off to the west.
Okay. I basically, I have my... What kind of blade do I have again?
I'm not sure why you would want to go there, though. The city has been long since destroyed. All that remains are ruins.
I have my rapier out, but it's pointed down, like around the ground. I'm just.
We have
waiting
greater
to-
aims, ones that can save the lives of many people, and that's why I'm so concerned about what went down here. People clearly died, but you seem extraordinarily disingenuous about the cause.
She thinks for a moment on what you're saying before she turns slightly to her left and then to her right, looking around like she's looking for something. And then she says, "Where's your large mechanical friend?" And she starts to turn around to
And I would
see
say
you, Bunsen.
exactly where she needs to be.
She turns
Now.
around and she sees Knock. She sees
Oh.
you with your
No.
rapier.
Okay. At the word now, I'm going to attack.
Don't attack, dumbass. That's not what I wanted you to do.
Oh
Too late.
Not?
Go ahead and roll your attack roll.
I had my blade out. What do you mean?
Grab her! Grab her and put the knife to her throat!
Can I? It's too late to change.
No,
action.
it's too late. You told me what you're
Okay.
doing. I'm not gonna. There's no retcon in there because this is. That was too organic of a reaction.
So what do I roll for attack on that?
Your attack roll.
As this is occurring, I just I want to use a free action to face
Oh,
palm.
hold on. I have a NPC for her. There you go. You should see her in the combat tracker now.
Okay.
No, I want to use a free action to look horrified. That's a better option.
Oh,
Just-
let me check her AC then. Okay, so you go to attack her and you miss. And you swing.
I don't get.
That's a
Or you-
16.
You stab with the rapier, and she for this frail old woman who's barely
16?
moved.
Oh no!
She dodges out of the way of the rapier very nimbly, and then she just says, "Ah!" And she whistles. She
It's not
does
really
that-
much of a say, but I'll give you that.
Okay, yeah, you're right. She yells this this very scary yell, and then she puts her fingers to her lips and whistles, and a bunch of monkeys come flying up from the side of the plateau, and there are now 5 flying monkeys overhead, and she says, "Get them, my pretties!"
You know what?
This is
I
why I
wasn't-
deactivated my Facebook.
You know what? This is almost the exact opposite of what I expected.
Are we ready?
All right.
So,
Remember when
to
I made
be-
that joke?
Oh, so Chev,
Uh-huh.
I didn't get advantage on the attack from sneak attack. Is it because I was given away by Taika saying now?
Yeah, I wasn't really thinking about that, but yeah, that would make sense.
Well,
Guess we roll initiative now.
Yes. Oh yeah, all of you roll initiative.
We need a combat map, I guess.
Oh yeah, I don't. This plateau doesn't have a map, so let me find a generic one.
Chev, are you surprised at this line
Series
of what happened?
things.
I'm always surprised, Bunsen.
For
Let's see.
fuck's sake.
Battle maps.
See, I was just
Alright.
like gung ho with going on a quest, and you guys are just like, "Nah, we're gonna fucking keep questioning this weird old lady." And when I found out about the bones, I went, "Okay, yeah, no, you're right. All right, I'm gonna give you that one."
I got.
Why don't I
bees.
have maps?
Fucking
Dungeon
wild
Master's Guide. There we go.
time.
That works. Sorry, one sec. I gotta find a good generic map.
All right. I rolled. My initiative's 22, by the way.
Why can't I find any good map here? Holy crap. There's nothing that we can use. Alright, you know what? Let's just do this. We just need to know basically player positions, so let's go ahead and add a grid to Nanny Poo Poo's image here.
We shall duel on the crest of the condor.
Alright, there.
You don't want to just bring up a blank grid?
So I don't have one. I had to get an image to do that.
Oh.
The new Fantasy Grounds does that, but not this one. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and fight on the bottom area of Nanny Poo Poo here. I'm going to put her token right there. And then, oh, let's see. I got to move that over. And then we'll put no name here. Tychus here. And Knock, you're behind her, and she's now facing you. And then let's put all the flying monkeys around. They're swirling around you guys, basically. So I'm going to put a couple of them over here, and these 3 are over here. Okay.
Alright, who's ready for a TPK on session 4?
I got my boss music ready.
Oh, and I neglected. You guys have Gimbal with you as well.
Oh yeah, he's been really quiet.
Yeah, that's my bad. Let's see. While we're messing with stuff here, let's get Gimbal in here.
Good old Gimbal. How could we forget?
I just need a gnome token real fast. Let's see, gnome. Well, that's an ugly gnome, but I guess we're just going with that for now. All right. So
I don't
Gimbal's here
imagine
as
Gimbal
well.
to be very handsome, if I'm honest.
That's
That's not a gnome. That's sexy
I know.
Squidward.
It's a deep gnome, supposedly. It's the only gnome I have.
that's fucking sexy Squidward.
All right, let's make him friendly. Okay, so Gimbal has been. We'll just say he's been behind you guys, kind of exploring the ruins, kind of keeping an eye on you guys, and he was shocked at the scream that echoed across the plateau, and he came running. He says, "What's going on? What's going on?" And he runs up behind you guys, and oh dear! As he looks up and sees all the flying monkeys swirling overhead.
We need to work on our cues, but
Also, by the way, nowhere to be found is Bob Blunderbust, which you guys can take note of.
I'm just going to assume he went to go fish somewhere.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Like he's off the side of the fucking plateau.
Yeah, if you guys just
There's
want
not
to, if
even
you guys
water
just
down
want to
there.
hand wave
He's
him
catching,
gone,
like,
that's
apples.
fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Alright.
All right. Did you guys all roll initiative? Oh, I got to roll for
I got-
Gimbal. Let's see
I
here.
got 22 for initiative.
All right.
Oh, shadow dice.
Gimbal got a 1. All right. So
I guess it's because he's late.
yeah. Okay. All right. First to act is Knock.
All right. So, I will be able to sneak attack because there is another enemy. There's another enemy of the target within 5 feet of Nana.
Yes.
And that counts even if she's facing and focused on you?
Yep. It says I don't need. I can do a sneak attack if I have advantage on the attack roll, or if another enemy is within 5 feet of it. That
Okay.
enemy is not incapacitated, and I don't have disadvantage on the attack roll.
All right. Sounds good.
I remember people saying that sneak attacks were stupid, and I think this is why.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Yeah, I'm not fully sold on it, but if it was my own module, I might make a call, but it's fine. We'll go with it.
All right. So, roll to hit. Rapier. That is a 20 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
All right.
So it's more than
So
16, but around 20.
You can target her, by the way. It's just well, now you have a map to target too. So do the traditional targeting, but you can also target using just the combat tracker.
All right. A control and click, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, sneak attack is an extra 1d6 damage. So, I think I just do the attack roll and then add a d6, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll automatically do that damage though. I think you'll have to do that manually.
So the 12, and then you got to roll something else. Is that what you're doing?
Yep, a d6.
Okay.
So that is an additional 2 damage. So 14 damage.
Okay. Hold on. I'm drawing the edge of the plateau here. So everywhere is black scribble is you're gonna fall.
Gotcha.
The drawing tools in this version of Fantasy Grounds suck. Okay. Let's exit drawing mode. All right. So that's 12 damage, and then I need to add another 2 to her.
Yep.
Okay. There we go. All right. So describe your attack for me.
So I missed the first attack. I
Uh-huh.
was a little startled by the whistle, but I recenter myself and take another swipe for the neck.
Okay. All right. So you managed to stab her in the neck, but apparently missing a vital artery as she kind of grabs your rapier and pulls it back out, and then she's holding her neck now, and she's just like, ah! She just kind of yells at you, and this death breath just comes out and just washes over you, but you can't smell it.
Great.
Yeah, fucking Bacterian.
All right, is that it for your turn?
I don't think there's anything I do on bonus action, right?
Probably not at level 1.
Yeah.
You got to look at your sheet for me though, if you do.
Yeah, I don't imagine shooting with the crossbow would it be a bonus action.
Okay. All right. So after you stab her in the neck, the flying monkey number 1 right here off the cliff comes down and just kind of comes down to bite you. Let's see.
Wild time.
Hey, I had to come up with that noise on the fly.
Okay.
All right, he goes to bite you, and his teeth go blink and bounce off of your metal chassis, basically. And he kind of flies back up. All right, Flying Monkey 2 also comes down to try to bite you. Let me target
Pulling,
you.
by the way.
Yeah,
What'd you
thank
say?
Thank you for pulling aggro rogue.
Oh, one
Okay,
hit. No.
this one flies down and manages to bite you a little bit, and does 3 damage.
Oh.
So he bites you and takes like a little chunk of your chassis or dents it, and well, I don't know what if you want just your body, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
Hunky.
Flying Monkey 3, closer to no name. So he sees his companion manages to nibble on Knock there and comes down to target you, no name. Tries to bite you. And misses and flies by, just right by you. You kind of get flacked by his monkey wing a little bit as he goes, as he flies back. They're all.
Target.
I'm totally imagining Wizard of Oz. I'm glad you're humming.
The Wizard of
The Wizard of Oz. All right, this one, Flying Monkey 4 comes down. Gimbal comes running up right as this attack is beginning. And what's going on? And this monkey just comes down and just takes a bite at him. Manages to bite
How
him.
did it hit on a 9?
No, Gimbal.
Manages to bite him for 1 damage.
What is Gimbal's AC? That hit on a 9.
Takes a little nibble of his ear.
What is this guy?
My ear!
I can't fucking breathe.
All right, and then Tychus, with all the commotion, Monkey 5 manages to sneak around back, and you don't see him coming as he comes down and swoops from behind to bite you, and misses as he goes right over your shoulder, kind of impacting you a little bit. It doesn't knock you over or move you or anything, but you're just like, oh, as you kind of have to move out of the way as he flies by you. And then it's your turn to act, Tychus.
Unfazed by the monkey, I'm gonna go straight for the nanny here.
Okay.
All right. Do I click on like the dice button with the +6 next to the thing in actions to roll it?
Yeah, exactly.
Target her first.
Yeah, target her
Okay.
first though. So
How do I go about that?
So
Control
left
click
click to
her on the
select
map.
your token. You'll see a black ring kind of appear around your token as you select it.
Yeah.
And then control click the target token.
Okay. So you said click me, and then control click.
Yep, there you go. Oh, you had it.
Did it?
You did it again and then it went away. There you go.
Okay, there we go. And now that's
All right.
She's
excellent.
untouchable.
All right, so
What a granny.
So you take a swing at her, and she turns and sees you just as you're coming at her with the sword, and she puts up a hand, kind of to throw her center of gravity off to the left as she dodges out of the way, and you lunge forward with all your force and end up tripping on some of the skulls at your feet, and you are now on your knees as you catch yourself, so you are now prone. Let's see.
That means I have to use my action next turn to get up, right?
Half your movement.
half your movement, not your
Oh, okay,
action.
that's fine then.
Well, that means you should be able to get up now since you've moved.
Yeah, I haven't moved yet, so I should be able to
Yeah.
just stand back up.
That's true. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. You can stand back
Yeah.
up then.
You ain't going nowhere. You're a
Let's see,
tank
how
like
do I
me.
clear your effect.
Yeah, it would be great if you guys could get aggro off of me.
Well, whose fault is that?
I was in. The
I
perfect
really
position. I
thought
didn't
you were gonna
realize.
have her catch the sword like Dragon Ball or some shit.
I actually imagined like like a walking stick just coming up and catching it. Like
What, like Leroy Smith?
no.
But listen,
Like-
how could I expect that flying monkeys would fly in
Right.
here?
All right, no name. You're up. Unless you had a bonus action, Tychus.
Hun?
What'd you say?
Bonus action or?
Do I have any bonus actions? I don't think fighters get any bonus
I
actions.
don't know
at
if you
level 1.
have the action surge yet.
Action surge is at 2. No, so
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure all I've got is. Yeah, I don't think I can cast light as a bonus action, so that's the only other thing I could do.
Then bonus action, Shalala. I'm gonna hit her over the head.
All right.
So here's the thing: Shalala is, my damage die becomes a D8.
Okay.
So it's D8 plus 5 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
So I use Shillelagh, and that changes my weapon partially. Oh, of course! Doesn't matter.
We're gonna fucking die to Nanny Poo and a bunch of flying monkeys because none of us can roll above a fucking 7.
You're going to meet the most reclusive goblin. Oh no.
All right, so you were targeting
Right.
who? Nanny Poo Poo?
Nanny Poo Poo, yeah.
Okay, so you swing at her and miss.
Swing and a miss.
Yep. And that's it for you, right?
Yeah.
All right. So Nanny Poo Poo now has taken attacks from all directions, and she turns and she targets you, Tychus. Let's see here. Oh no! Oops, I made no name target you. There we go.
Yeah, don't have me hit them with
Okay, and she takes out these like her hand, and you see these bony claws, and she just kind of swipes at your face, and she hits you for 16 damage.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Holy shit!
Why does she deal 16 damage?
Wait, hold on. I think something might be wrong here. One
I'm
second.
literally dead. You killed me in one fucking hit.
It's okay.
Hold on,
I
hold
have
on.
this.
I think something might be wrong with this roll here. Let me look at this. Oh yeah, I have her ratcheted up. Hold on.
What's that?
Just tear my fucking entire fast face up.
I'm like
Give me
ready to
one
heal at this
sec to
point.
fix this ability. I'm trying to think. Where is her? There it is.
I'm already through about like almost 30% of my health. No pressure.
There we go. Lock. All right, let's undo that damage real fast and do this correctly. You hadn't taken any damage already, right?
Yeah, no.
Okay. Good.
Still says Tychus is unconscious.
I shouldn't.
It's gone now.
Okay. Okay, it's 7 damage.
Alright.
This is a little bit more survivable.
Yeah.
Wait, did that roll? It did the same roll, didn't it? What's
Yeah,
going
it
on
did.
here? Why is this not working? All right, I guess I'm going to have to manually do these rolls, so hold on. I'm going to undo that and do it one more time. Sorry, technical difficulties.
Life is like that. It's okay. It's D&D. We're doing a lot.
This
Yeah,
is
my
supposed
base
to be a
HP
D6.
what's
I don't know
what's
why
my
it's...
base HP? It's gone now.
Okay, it's 5
was
damage.
max, okay.
It's just supposed
5
to be
damage, so I'm at
1d6.
7.
I don't know where this came from. It's just her
Weird.
claws.
Okay, that's a lot more.
Yeah, and you rolled
functional.
2d8s. My fucking
Yeah.
bones, Jeff.
Yeah, I was just gonna healing word you as a
My
bonus action, then
bones.
cure wounds.
my fucking
What-
bones.
What was equivalently about to happen if if that was actually legit was healing word stabilize. Whew. you back.
I'm gonna have to
with
go
your
take a
wounds.
look at all of these NPCs because I'm thinking they're not respecting the settings I put in. So I'm gonna do their rolls manually from now on. So sorry.
Also, my HP isn't set. If it's 5,
I-
is it 7 damage or 5 damage?
It was 5.
Okay,
love
my
it.
HP should be 7 then, not 5.
I love the
Can I
image
change
that-
it or?
Your that's your wound, not HP. Your HP is 12 minus 5.
Mm. Oh, okay.
can I have a moment
That's a weird
to
way
say
to
that
display it, but
when
valid,
I
I guess.
I know,
imagine
I
you
agree,
casting Cure
but you
Wounds,
can't
it's
change
you clap your hands together, you rub them together, and it's like when you're reviving somebody with a defibrillator. You're like, you just touch them and they get jolted with health. Like Jesus.
Tychus lived for 128 years only to get his throat torn out by a grandma covered in feces.
Like I was ready to just
What a way
be
to
like,
go.
I was literally ready to be like, healing word, just the clap, the rub, and then just bring you back.
Hey, Chef.
Yes.
Can I point out one thing really quick?
Okay.
On D&D Beyond it says my AC is 16, but on Fantasy Grounds it's 15.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Let's see. 15. What about your other abilities? Are all those stats correct? 9, 19.
Oh, you know, it's
16.
because I have leather equipped in D&D Beyond, but not in Fantasy Grounds.
Ah, okay. Oops, I increased the wrong number. There we go. There you go. 16.
All right, thank you.
You can control mouse wheel on that field to adjust it. by the
Alright,
way.
only 2 of you can take too much damage. I can't survive both of you easily.
All right, so that's Nanny's turn, and then Gimbal runs up here and pulls out his little short sword, and
All right, here comes Gimbal.
he comes in to stab Nanny Poo Poo here.
All right, hit that crit, Gimbal. Come on, Gimbal.
All right, that's a hit.
Oh wow, Gimbal hit.
Oh my god, Gimbal.
Let's
Thank
go,
you.
Gimbal.
He's so short. He goes up and he basically stabs her right in the rump, and he does. Let's see, 7 damage. Wow. All right.
Hit her,
Nice.
hit her
He
with a
hits
fucking
her for
blade
7
concho.
damage. All right, and she's like, "Rah!" And she puts her hands on her ass, basically, and turns around. Stupid gnome. All right, and the next person to act, Knock.
Okay. This is spooky.
What did you say?
I said this is spooky.
Oh yeah.
I think I'm gonna take another sneak attack swipe at Nanny.
Okay, so you get up to Nanny Poo Poo and attack. Go ahead and roll your attack roll.
14.
All right. So you got to hit her and wait, that's with advantage, right?
Is it?
You
Yeah,
said it
it's
was a sneak attack?
Sneak attacks are with advantage.
I mean, if you say so, I'll
No.
definitely do it.
I thought so.
All right.
Once more with feeling.
Oh wait,
None of
that
feeling.
would be +6, so that'd be 15.
Okay.
Well, we know 16 doesn't hit.
Yeah, that doesn't. Oh, well, now that I've adjusted her, though, her AC. Well, do you guys want me to just tell you her AC?
I assume it's 15 now.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
If it meets, it beats.
Need it, beat it. So
So, yes. Okay. So you hit.
All right, cool. All right, so this is the damage dice, but I'm gonna have to add a d6 manually from the sneak attack damage.
Okay.
So that's 11 damage
Okay.
plus
Wow.
plus 1 damage, so 12
Nice.
total.
12 damage. All right.
Nice.
Holy shit. Wait, hold on a second. Where did the rest of that damage come from? Oh, and then I have to add the 1 manually, right? Okay.
Yes.
All right. I was about to add 12 more damage onto top of the
No,
11
no,
that
no, no,
already
no, no,
applied.
no.
And I was like, wait, what's going on? She's already dead.
Sorry.
Okay. All right. Next person. Oh, Flying Monkey time. All right. So Flying Monkey 1, undeterred by bouncing off of your metal body, comes down to attack you again.
Can I be honest with you? The flying monkeys are kind of cute.
they kind of
I'm
are.
not gonna
huh?
lie.
Solid
Alright,
0.
wow.
Dude. How did you roll a 0? What die are you rolling?
it's a D4 minus 1, and he rolled a 1.
He just gives it a good bite, just all his teeth break.
Yeah, so I actually, yes, I like that. So he goes and he hits this time, but from hitting his teeth twice now on your metal body, just his teeth just break. He only has a couple teeth left now, which means I'm gonna have him roll with disadvantage from now on.
Great.
All right. Flying Monkey 2 also tries to take a bite at you, Knock. And he misses, and he just keeps flying around your head, just trying to bite you every time he goes by. He just keeps making noise and flying around your head, trying to take a nibble periodically. Number 3, again, he's focused on you, no name, no reason for him to change target.
Mhm.
He tries to bite at you again. Again, you barely manage to move your head out of the way as he tries to bite your face. Number 4 here.
I mean, my AC is not bad.
This guy is oh, that's right. He's attacking Gimbal. Oh, shit. All right, so he flies to attack Gimbal, and Gimbal, being so short, just steps out of the way, and this monkey crashes right into the ground and is now prone on the ground right behind Gimbal. Between you, Tychus, and you, No Name, right at your feet, this monkey just crashes into the ground and kind of... he doesn't get knocked unconscious, but he's like super dizzy on the ground now. All right, then this guy is after Tychus. Jesus, another one coming crashing down, manages to run into your leg.
Boom.
He's just like, ugh, shakes off his head at his feet, and then takes off flying again. Let's see, and he takes a couple. I'm going to give these guys a couple damage here. Where's their...
It says Flying Monkey 5
Oh,
instead.
yeah,
Never
my
mind.
bad. There we go, and then that guy. Okay. Cool. And then Tychus, you're up.
I'm gonna give it another go back at her then.
Okay.
Yep, I think I don't. Am I targeting her or Gimbal here?
You can tell for sure if you open the combat tracker. You can see under your name targets Nanny Poo Poo. So you're good.
Okay. So, dude. Once more with feeling. Damn.
All right, you take another swing at Nanny Poo Poo and you miss. And she just keeps, she's, for what looked like to be a very old woman who could barely move, she's just like dancing around the battlefield now, just like
Man,
dodging.
Man, for a nice +6 with this sword, I sure can't swing it.
All right, No Name, you're up.
Okay, so about Shillelagh that I want to bring up is that perhaps next time we should make a special thing for it, because it basically just turns my quarterstaff into a 1d8 plus 5 damage.
Oh, I can do that. So is that always the case then? I thought you just meant for that.
When Shillelagh is active, yes. And I can use.
Do you want me to just create another entry for quarterstaff that has that modification so you have both options?
Yeah.
Okay.
That might just be easier because it does last like a minute, which would be 10 turns. But I may not always be using it because it does take up a bonus action, and some healing abilities are bonus actions.
Okay. Your attack roll's not modified, right?
Yeah, the attack roll's the same. It's just the damage becomes 1d8 plus 5.
1d8 plus 5. Okay. Here's the d8. And that's plus 3.
Because it uses your spell modifier instead.
2 bonus damage. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, and then that's what, I guess that's bludgeoning, right? Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go. Thank you.
Mhm.
Speaking of. Come on. There we go. God damn it. Why am I just not allowed to hit her?
All right, you two are both really struggling as the monkeys knock you off balance. Knock hopefully gonna save the day since he seems
Yeah.
to be landing blows.
Knock is just gonna stab a grandmother to death as the monkeys beat the shit out of us. Knock's like, thankfully, my creator gave me monkey-proof chassis.
All right, so Nanny Poo Poo is still focused on you, Tychus, as she goes to attack you with her claws again. Holy shit!
Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh.
We're sitting here
no.
rolling fucking 7s, and you're just gonna crit me?
All right, so that's 2d6. Oh, you lucked out. That's only 6 damage.
That's actually pretty good.
I'm actually alive. How the fuck did I survive that?
This is great. I'm sorry. You're having such bad luck.
What a wild time tonight has been. I wasn't ready for us to end up fighting Nanny Poo Poo.
Need
Like,
to update my wound. I'm at 11 damage.
Okay, so Gimbal again takes his little sword and tries to stab Nanny Poo Poo. And he misses. As he goes right between her legs with his little sword. It comes out the other side next to you, Knock. Oops, wrong token. Oh, that's the monkey. All right. Oh, there we go. Okay. So now Gimbal it comes out from underneath Nanny Poo Poo and peers on your side, Knock. And then it is your turn.
I'm super sorry. I was double checking sneak attack rules. How did Gimbal get across?
He went to stab her, and he's so small that he went between her legs and missed, and then popped out on the other side.
I'm super sorry. I was just trying to double check sneak attack rules. I wasn't able to find anything more specific.
You're fine.
Well,
as
nothing
long
else
as
to do.
Tychus can handle the monkeys for like a turn, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of gave
I'm-
away how frail the monkeys are.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go ahead and try and finish off Nanny Poo Poo if I can.
Okay.
So roll the hit. That is a 9.
And that is a miss. And she just starts laughing at this point. As she looks up to her monkeys and says, "Get them! Get them! Finish them off!"
I can't imagine there's any reason I'd get to attack on bonus action,
He
right?
even hit
Nope.
me once.
I will gnaw on each of your skulls. You will sustain me for months. And then Flying Monkey number 1 just has and it comes down and tries to attack you, Knock, with disadvantage. And misses as he flies by you and kind of flaps against your body as he goes right past you. And then Flying Monkey 2 almost simultaneously comes down and does the same thing and misses.
And then those two are just on the floor fucking punch drunk from running into my giant fucking chest that
What?
This one
Okay.
manages to bite you, No Name, as it comes down. He's missed you several times, and this time he latches onto the back of your head for a split second and just takes a bite out of your scalp for 1 damage.
solid crit. Solid crit.
I love that I really built a healing tank and it's working out great.
Solid crit. Like
All
Monkey
right.
4.
And then number 4 goes to attack Gimbal, hits him, and
Oh, we need to get you some armor, buddy.
He
damages
needs
him.
some milk.
he takes a nibble right out of his shoulder and
Nibble
flies
at a gimbal?
away.
A nimble, as we call it.
A nibble of the gimbal.
All you gotta do is survive 1 monkey hit.
All right, he's fucking. He ran into me, so yeah,
Oh.
he missed it.
Yes!
He circles
These
back
fucking
around,
monkeys.
super dizzy, and he just kind of, you can see him, he's not flying in a straight line as he kind of veers around you, kind of drunk like.
I am going to hit this fucking grandma.
Okay, go ahead.
Am I still targeting her?
You sure are. Yeah, I suggest keeping the combat tracker open. It gives you better information
go.
on the map.
Fuck yes, finally!
Nice.
Funny killer. I'm actually kind of sick of her.
All right, that's
You
Woo!
describe how she dies.
with anger, I thrust my sword forward and yank it upwards, bisecting her. Bisecting her from about stomach to, I kind of curve it away so like she kind of flops about.
All right, so
I don't cut her head in half, but like
why? Because you just kind of cut right through the half of her, and she falls down in a pile of rotted flesh now on the ground. The monkeys are still overhead, but they are definitely not happy. As she dies, you suddenly hear a rumbling on the ground, and
Oh no.
and this like shallow grave opens up just a little bit away from her hut, this direction, and this large flesh golem rises from the pit and approaches the group. No, die, as he comes into the fight here.
Oh
And
boy.
it is now the golem's turn, and the golem immediately sees you, Knock, and targets you. Let's see here. Let me get this guy on the board. Okay.
Oh, good.
He
Surprise!
he approaches us. Let's see here. Give me 1 sec to make sure I don't have any screwed up stats on this guy. Where does he go? Okay. All right. He targets you, Knock. And he's going to go ahead and... Oh, wait. What is this attack? Oh, okay. So he just attacks you with his fists. He is super tall. He's like 9 feet tall as he slams a fist down on
shit.
top of your head.
Someone's
4
taller
damage.
than me, that's a problem.
Oh, 4 damage.
Yep. Let's see.
It's a wet splat 4 damage too. Ew.
Yeah, just like right down on top of your head. You kind of feel your body kind of wrinkle a little bit underneath the force of this fist. Okay. That's it for him. No name. You are up.
Yo.
Weep.
There you go.
Hey, I'm only missing
Nice.
1 HP now.
That's my turn. Have fun. I'm not down the spell slot.
All right. Oh, I should get rid of Nanny Poo
Don't take
here.
too many more hits, kids.
I could use some help.
Yeah, I know. I can't get to you right now. I'll take attacks of opportunity.
Maybe Gimbal can heal him.
All right. So Gimbal tries to attack one of the monkeys that flew down to attack you, Bunsen. And there he goes. Okay. So he's going to hit him with his short sword as this monkey swoops by for 6 damage, and immediately just spears the monkey with his little sword and just spears him right through the throat, and the monkey and then just falls lifeless on the ground.
Dude, these
Skibble
sound
picks it
effects,
up.
A+, man.
All right, Knock, you're up.
Oh boy. I'm scared.
I'll make my way over to you in a bit. Don't worry. The ambulance is here.
Okay. I'm good. I'm glad to know the ambulance is on the way.
I think he needs an
I-
ambulance, though.
I am going. I mean, nothing else I should do, I guess, aside from attack the flesh golem.
We're just kind of ignoring the monkeys. It's hilarious.
I mean, there are too many of them. We're gonna take too much damage if we try to focus on them.
Yeah, the flesh golem's a little... What we're doing is we're ignoring ads and taking the boss, which is how you usually do jungle creep.
Yeah.
We're playing League of Legends.
So, because Tychus is just barely within flesh golem's range, I should get sneak attack bonus on this.
Yeah.
They're connecting
well,
at the diagonal.
yeah, I guess so. Okay.
All right. So that is rapier attack on the golem.
Where are you? You're moving. You gotta move closer to him, though, don't you?
No, I'm
No, he's-
already.
He attacked him
approached
last
me.
turn.
Okay. The flesh golem? He didn't attack the
Yeah,
flesh
Yeah, the
golem.
Flash Golem hit Knock last turn.
Oh, right. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
All right. That is a 9, which hits.
Yep.
It's
Oh.
a golem.
He's a
wet
big
meat
target.
man.
You're hitting the broadside of a barn here.
He's a
Fair
big
enough.
target with
Big
no
wet
armor.
man.
All right. So
Like your
the
elementary
damage-
school meatloaf gained self-awareness.
All right, and plus D6 So that's 10 total damage attempted.
Okay.
He took
let's
no
see.
damage from the pierce attack.
Oh yes, because
but-
he's resistant to piercing damage.
But that would have been 10 total attempted
Yeah.
damage.
Okay, so but then only 5 got through.
Okay.
Okay. That's it for your turn. Flying Monkey 1. Oh wait, he was toast. Hold on, I gotta get rid of him. There we go. All right, Flying Monkey 2, after seeing Gimbal spear his friend, comes down and changes targets to target Gimbal instead. And he goes to bite him for 3 damage.
Dude, they're just taking little chunks off of Gimbal.
Yeah, Gimbal's just barely hanging in there as they keep taking chunks out of him. And Gimbal's
he's still got green HP.
It's like, damn monkeys, get away from me!
I'm gonna make a request, Tychus, and that is that you kill the monkey that's between us. Because then I only have to worry about 2 opportunity attacks when one opportunity attack when I move.
All right, Monkey 3, still focused on you, No Name. Misses again. Even when he manages to bite you, it barely touches you.
My AC is like 16. It's fine. I'm
All
good.
right, this guy now. Gimbal went under Nanny Poo Poo over to the other side, so he's no longer focused on Gimbal. Instead, he's focused on you, Tychus. And he misses. These monkeys just keep
Maybe
flying
that's
at
not as
you
much of a
and
concern.
missing.
Maybe I don't know. You decide what you want to do right now, I guess.
All right, this one critically hits you for 4 damage. You take 4 more damage as this guy comes down and he bites you right on the neck, and just
How
gives
many
you
fucking crits have you hit so far? By the
I
way?
don't know. The dice are nuts tonight.
What is happening? They hate us. They're like, this is what you get for fucking with
I'm
anyone.
gonna
I
Wait,
promise I
wait.
have no control over it. Like when you roll the dice, it's the game, all up to the game.
I'm
Hey,
gonna fucking.
Tychus, before you do anything, I want to point out, if No Name were to move to be within range of me, No Name would not be triggering opportunity attack from 2 or 4, only from 3, because they wouldn't be leaving the range of 2 or 4.
That's a
Yeah,
good point.
So go for
But
whatever you want.
you would be entering 5, right? Would that provoke one from
No,
5?
that wouldn't be a
No.
problem.
Oh, it's
Only
only,
leaving.
upon leaving. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think I can get to the. I don't think I can get to the golem without
Yeah.
leaving
Yeah, you can.
a radius.
You're within melee range.
No, I'm not. The golem
you
is how far is the golem?
It's 5. The one square is 5 feet. You're both on the corners, and so
Okay,
I already
well,
ruled that it worked for knock. So
For sneak attack, yeah.
Well, I'm going to try to take a chunk out of this puddle.
yeah, and the target
Big-
ruler says 5
The
feet
big
anyway.
whip man.
Uh,
Nice. All right. So
that was
you
against
definitely...
both Flesh Golem and Monkey for
Yeah, for some reason. So the one against Flesh Golem was the 16. So for some
Okay.
reason I'm targeting 2.
Yeah,
My
you're
bad.
targeting both of
I
them.
never
just
untargeted the
control
monkey.
click the other one. Yeah.
And that's gonna be up. I rolled a 1, so I use Great Whip in fighting.
Okay. But he is resistant to slashing damage and takes 0 damage as your
Well,
sword
let me
glances
re-roll
off.
my thing. Hold on.
Oh.
How do I roll it? How do I just roll a d6 real fast? Do I grab the one on the bottom here?
Yeah, just grab
Yeah.
one on the bottom.
Yeet. All right. Does that help?
What does that
It
do?
would be
Is that
resistant,
added to your
but-
damage total?
No. I'm re-rolling the 1.
Because great
Oh,
weapon fighting
no.
does that.
Because he's completely resistant. He's basically impervious to his piercing and slashing.
Oh, good. Man, we have no magic. I'm
Wait.
I'm-
If he's completely immune to piercing, how do I do 5 damage to him?
Let's see. Immune to bludgeoning, piercing. Oh, because I ruled that extra die. What is that? Tell me what the extra die was again.
Sneak attack bonus damage.
Ah, okay. Then yes, you would have done no damage.
Oh boy.
Holy crap. This guy's immune to everything. Wait a second. This guy literally has like every effect that can be applied to him. Why?
Mm.
Where is this
Hmm.
coming from? I don't understand this program sometimes. This is the first one I'm trying to use all the built-in tools the way they are, and instead of just doing it on my own, and I'm not impressed. So-
look up a Flesh Golem stat block then.
we're gonna go ahead and just take this immunity off of here, because he's already gonna be hard to fight even without that. So sorry for the meta game stuff, but work in progress.
I'm trying to think.
Okay, so I'm gonna add. So Bunsen, what was your damage roll with the 5? So what was
That
your
would have
total?
been 10 total
10.
damage.
That's right. Okay, 10, and then yours is 8 plus 2, so another 10. Okay.
No, that would have been.
It would be
9.
9 plus 2 because I rerolled the 1.
Oh right, that's a reroll. Okay, so 9. So
I like
Okay.
how we're kind of just sitting around waiting for these monkeys to critically fail themselves to death. 'Cause they just can't seem to hit.
all right.
We're hoping
sorry,
Gimbal goes for.
I now have a task before next week to go through all of these encounters ahead of time and make sure that they conform to what I expect them to be. All right. Flesh Golem. He is still focused on you, Knock.
Oh no.
Knock live.
Okay. I guess he only has the one attack. I'm looking here.
I mean, yeah, it's a mindless man made out of
Yeah.
meat. I can't imagine he has much other than smack.
I just making sure I'm following all of his rules. All right, so he takes a swing at you and misses as you dodge out of the way, and his fist goes flying within inches of your face.
God.
Okay, and then No Name, you're up.
Trying to think. Because I'm gonna have to accept the opportunity attack, but I'm not sure.
And that's from Monkey 3. You're still within 5 feet, according to the ruler.
Oh, okay then.
If that's all you're
Alright.
moving.
Yeah,
Okay.
cool.
Cool.
Yeah, see if I move this and then put that there. Does that say?
Was that
Yeah, it still
Pythagoras
says
might have
5
something to
feet.
say about that, but we'll take it.
Pythagoras.
Pythagoras be damned. Heal.
Thank you so much.
Why did I only heal 7, but I rolled 9? What?
Because I only had 7 damage. I was
Oh.
at 7. I was at 4 out of 11
Hudson.
health.
Don't whine if you've only lost 7 health.
I have 11 max health. He did
Fair.
4 damage to me. He would have killed me
Fair
with one more
enough.
hit.
Well, now that's all my spell slots, so good luck, fuckers.
Thank you so much, though.
All right, so that was to. Oh, you healed him. Okay.
Mhm.
All right, then Gimbal goes ahead and targets Monkey 2 here. Let's see, Monkey 2 hits and does 1 damage to him. Is he one of the ones that hit the ground?
No.
No. Okay, so he's still alive. All right, so he stabs this monkey, and the monkey's just like as he flies by, and takes a little bit of damage. All right, Knock, you're up.
I'm gonna take another sneak attack on Flesh Golem.
It's fucking Mudman.
Yep. Meat Mud Man.
I'm
He
gonna
is the
probably
greatest-
end this at 9:30. By the way, I just have to prepare some stuff for work tomorrow, so I apologize for cutting it short. But
That is a 15 to hit.
nice.
Damage is,
Plus, I'd like
8.
to fix all this shit before next time.
and added to that, so I did 4 additional damage.
So that's 16 damage. Okay, let me get.
It should have already done 12 of that.
No, because he resisted it. Remember.
Oh, right. So that's 16 damage, yes.
Okay, so. Okay. All right, so he takes a bunch of damage from you as you stab him with your rapier, cutting through his flesh, and he just groans and it kind of swings his fists around, keeps missing people, just nanny poo poo.
What a weird night we've had. It's not even over yet.
All right, this guy goes for Gimbal again. Misses. And this guy goes for No Name. Misses. Monkey's just flying around overhead trying to bite you guys. Apparently, they're real bad at biting. And a miss. All the monkeys try to bite their targets, and they all miss.
Turns out if you just take monkeys and strap wings to them, if they're not used to them, they're not really good with it. Good in theory, bad in practice.
Well, other than the technical difficulties, this has been a good fight. The dice have been crazy.
I hope we get a level.
Tychus, you are up.
I'm gonna try to put an end to this mud monster.
Okay.
It's not a mud monster, it's a flesh golem.
I know, but
It's meaty mud.
I mean, it came out of the ground. There's got to be some mud in there.
Okay, you
Alright,
hit.
That's a hit.
All right, 7 damage.
I get to reroll both of those. Hold on.
Okay.
So that's a 3, and another 3.
So
So
10?
that would be 10 total. Yeah.
All right. So you cut into this guy and you chop a whole arm off, and it just kind of falls on the ground in a sloppy, meaty mess. And this dude is looking pretty hurt, as like almost like coagulated blood is like oozing from the now missing limb. Sorry, I didn't know we had some squeamish people in here. I will tone it down.
I don't talk about injuries in front of Jay for a reason.
Okay.
Like certain kinds
I
of
should have
stuff.
asked you guys ahead of time before I went too graphic, I guess.
Are you okay?
Revolting.
All right.
Love you.
So he's very hurt now.
Are you okay, Jay?
I'm fine.
He takes his remaining arm and tries to beat you over the head again, Knock.
Why isn't he going for me? I cut his arm off.
He's just a mindless automaton focused on a target that he keeps missing, so...
He's a mindless automaton focused on a mindful automaton.
Yep.
Life is good.
He's jealous.
Yeah.
There you go. Alright, No Name, you're up.
Alright.
I'm so sorry, Jay. I thought you were playing it up at first.
Oh, nice. Alright, you don't even need to roll. How does the monkey die?
I'm just gonna. you just see it, like, he's been swooping around me, and I just pick up the quarterstaff and I just whack him over the head as he comes down. He just
Yes.
hits the ground and stops moving.
I want you to know that Bryn stood up and acted that entire scene out.
That's awesome. I do wish that one day we could play with cameras. It'd be kind of fun.
Oh, I would have to put on clothes.
Ugh. Mental images.
Sometimes you gotta be shirtless because it's hot outside.
Yeah, sometimes you have to keep your office window closed because there's screaming children outside, so. Okay. Gimbal. I love that you just whacked one of the monkeys. All right.
Whack the monkey.
Whacked a monkey.
All right, so Gimbal runs over takes a quick look around, sees the other monkeys are further away, and he runs up to the flesh golem and tries to hit him with his short sword. Hits him for 6 damage. So this flesh golem is trying to attack Knock, missing an arm, bleeding profusely, just kind of a gross mess. And Gimbal comes up and takes his little sword and cuts right into his calf, basically. Kind of reaches around and kind of slits his calf, and he loses his balance and falls down. You just hear there's a bunch of bones in his body crack as he falls into a pile, and there's and that's it.
I really wanted it to
That
be like
ancient-
he fell, but he just landed and he just kind of like
Don't you just like love the old story of Gimbal and the flesh golem?
It's like this universe.
I learned that in Bible school.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is this universe's version of David and Goliath?
Yep.
Yeah,
Gimbal
that
and the
was the
flesh
bit.
golem. All right, Knock,
That's gonna be written in a book soon.
you're up again.
All right.
You have 2
Well-
dizzy monkeys flying around and 1 full health monkey.
I'm gonna take a stab at Monkey 5.
Okay.
God, could you imagine these adorable
Monkey 5
little
is the one that
bastards
crashed
drunk
into
off fermented
Tychus's leg.
berries?
What did you
What's
say?
Could you imagine these adorable little bastards drunk off fucking fermented berries?
I think they might be.
All right, you hit the monkey.
All right, and the damage is this plus a
Okay,
d6.
you
but...
kill it
Instant
instantly.
death.
Describe how he dies.
All right. Um, I understand this will be using my movement, or this will effectively be the same as using my movement after attacking. I
Okay.
want to like flash step past him, like stab through him.
Okay, so just like stab right through him as you walk past him using your movement.
No, I like dash through him with like stabbing with the rapiers, like poof, like dash right through him
Nice,
with stab.
awesome, and he is toast as he falls in half, basically.
Do you know what flash step is?
I don't.
I know
It's
what
a game
flash
term.
kick
It just
is.
it's a game term. All it means is like you're in one spot and like in a flash you're immediately in another spot.
Okay. All right, Flying Monkey 3 is trying to still bite you, no name. We'll see if he has any success. Nope. He flies right by you and misses. This guy's still trying to get you, Tychus. Nope. Tychus, your turn.
All right, this monkey's fucked.
Get fucked,
Watch this crit
monkey.
fail, baby. Woo!
All right, you hit. Which monkey are you targeting? 4. Okay, you don't even need to roll damage unless it's possible for you to roll 0.
It is not.
Okay, then describe how he dies.
I want to like I swing my sword at the monkey, but I'm bringing so much force down that it doesn't even cut it. I just kind of break all its bones and it dies.
You hit it with the side of your sword?
No. Like with the edge, it's just my sword is too big and I hit it with too much force. It doesn't even cut the monkey. It
Oh,
just
okay.
fucking-
You just swipe a monkey out of the air. You hear all of its bones just kind of crack as you throw him against the ground. All right, no name. 1 monkey left. All right, describe how he dies.
Instant
Much
death.
like a game of baseball, I just hit him and I knock him out into the jungle.
So you take your quarterstaff, you ride up.
You fool, we can't loot that monkey now.
As the monkey goes flying off the plateau, way off into the distance, falls down into the trees below.
I love the idea that like somebody's just having a normal day. It just hits like the ground.
It conks one of the fucking Tabaxi natives in the head.
All right, combat is over.
Oh.
Wow.
Sure you don't get a second flesh golem in here
That was
somewhere?
quite the battle. What did you guys do to antagonize the old woman?
It turns out
We found out she was a cannibal.
A cannibal?
She's the one responsible for all these deaths.
Oh
It's good
my!
that we removed it's good that we removed a monster from this world.
I'm not
It was
even sure
dangerous.
if she was a woman.
Oh, this was clearly an old hag.
I'm curious, and I want to investigate her hut at least.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely want to investigate this. However, it is like when. Do you want to like call it? You said you had stuff to do.
You have a few, like 5 minutes.
Yeah. So
I'm absolutely investigating the corpse of this hag, this ragged old woman.
Okay.
That is the first thing I want to do.
Roll me an investigation check.
Can I assist?
Sure. Yeah.
You roll. You unquestionably have a better roll.
All right.
Just roll with
Almost
advantage.
like I'm wondering if I might come up with a homebrew rule, like this assist thing. It almost makes more sense for you to both just roll. I don't
Oh,
know.
thank you for the assist. I dropped a 1.
Okay. All right. So you search her body. She's got pockets full of bones and like all sorts of weird powders and stuff. You do find one scroll on her. It's a scroll of comprehend languages.
Oh.
But you don't find anything else useful on her. Just bones and grossness.
Well, in the dog-based economy of Barkworth, we're gonna be rich.
I'm gonna check out her hut then. I'm gonna investigate her hut.
Okay, roll me an investigation check for the hut.
Eh.
All right, so you walk in, and your nose is immediately caught with a very pleasant smell of something brewing. And you see that there's a little cauldron pot thing in there that's sitting on top of a very of coals that are basically smoldering now. They're not super hot anymore, but it's keeping the pot warm. And you catch a whiff, and you look at the top, and you can see some vegetables and stuff floating at the top. The rest of her hut consists of basically just a pile of hay or something like that for her to sleep on, and there's nothing of value in there other than that.
Can I investigate the meat golem?
Fair
Sure.
enough.
Roll an
I
investigation.
can't smell, so I'm not gonna be grossed out by it.
You know,
Fair
I'm not even
enough.
gonna have you roll. He doesn't have anything. He's just
Okay.
meat.
He's just a man of meat.
You are now covered in rotten meat.
Well,
From
I don't think not to
investigating.
do it because I don't smell anything off because I don't smell.
True. Do you
So
guys do
after I'm
anything
covered
else?
in rotting meats, I turn to Tychus and I'm like, something drops off my hand as I there doesn't appear to be anything on the meat golem.
I want to describe it so bad, but I'll refrain.
I certainly hope the druid can create water.
Why? What's the issue? I like wipe off some of the meat manually.
I just walk out and go, you should clean yourself off or you'll get tracked.
Madam Knock, is it? Yes.
Yes.
Do you not have a sense of smell?
I mean, no. I would.
You are now going to alert everyone within a mile radius wherever we go. We need to wash you off.
See, I would have said I don't have a nose, but I also don't have eyes or a mouth, so that wouldn't be.
Which is why I said it's not weird to say that you have some sort of olfactory sensor. You have clearly you can see and talk through alternative means, so there's no reason why you couldn't smell if you decided to, in my opinion.
I think it would have been a low priority on my creator's list.
All right.
It's
Fair
way
enough.
less important than being able to see and communicate.
Okay, fair enough.
Plus, it's funnier that way.
Yeah, no.
It's like, what's the issue? I'm just smelling like rotten meat.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Let's get you washed off. I believe there is a cistern over here, and he points toward the center of the plateau where he was messing around before, and there's a large pit that just kind of goes underground. You can see black water in it as he approaches. And he just says, "Perhaps there's a pull the rope there," and he points over. There's a rope hanging down and kind of dipped into the water.
All right, I'm gonna pull it out.
Okay, you pull it. There's one really sorry pulley that's hanging in there for dear life, and it kind of screeches as you pull the rope, and it pulls out a bucket of this black murky water and pulls it up to the top.
I was about to say yes.
As it rises up, Gimbal wrinkles his face, and he just says, "Perhaps we just wash you off with some sand."
Yes, let's use the cistern in the cannibal village that had a flesh golem in the earth.
Can I try to investigate, see what this liquid is,
Sure.
It's poopy.
or would it be perception?
Perception.
All right. 14.
You can tell that it's definitely contains rotten stuff. Like clearly they've dumped something in there, rotten flesh or something decayed in there. It's just water mixed with that. So, and it's
All right.
sat there for some time, so it's very murky.
All right, then I'm gonna return to the others. I'm gonna state, well, do we believe her word that this was Mabala?
That would seem to coincide with our map here. We asked
Very
where
well.
Mambala was, and that's where we are.
Yes, we're
but your
looking-
instructions say west of Mambala to find Uralunga. And she
Yes.
did point it out. It does look like I could see a city of ruins down there, and he points off the side of the plateau, and you can see off this direction. Here's the map if you guys don't have it open. You can see that there is some ruins down below off the plateau.
What time is it?
In the game, let's see. You guys left morning, right?
Yeah,
When,
and I think we arrived
here's-
around the afternoon.
Yeah, you're right around the afternoon. So I would say it's dusk.
All right, we should probably rest for the night before we go anywhere else, especially after, today.
I agree.
If everything here is dead, I can't imagine we'll be safer anywhere else.
However,
We should gather the corpses. We don't want
I'm
to gather the corpses and toss them off the side. We don't want to attract any flying predators with the stench of meat.
Very
Yeah.
good.
I'm gonna walk over to the pile of skulls and just push them off the cliff.
I'm
Okay.
additionally,
So
I'm
just.
additionally,
Oh, go ahead.
I'm additionally going to ask Tychus to accompany me with going and finding water that isn't this.
Can't you create food and water?
I'm going to just kind of look at both you and Knock and go, no.
Fair enough. Let's go find supplies. The other two can deal with the corpses.
Also, I just didn't prepare
I
that
don't think I
spell
could do a
because
better sound effect of the skulls, so we'll go with that.
Yeah, just push them off like this. These are unsightly.
Okay.
Is
There's
there
still a bunch
anything-
of them laying around, but the pile is now kicked off the side.
Right,
It-
there's
the
nothing under the
sound-
pile.
No.
The sound in question is the sound of somebody going down an entire xylophone.
Yeah, I was gonna say something like that.
Okay, so there are plenty of places up here that you can. I mean, you can take shelter in her hut, for one. You can.
Yeah.
There are other structures. There's plenty of materials up here if you want to construct something haphazard. You can just camp out on the ground. It's totally up to you guys what you would like to do. There does not appear to be any sources of water up here besides the cistern.
Well, good news for you all. I do not need to sleep, so I'll be able to stand guard throughout the night.
Fair news indeed. Keep us alerted.
Good. I could use a rest. And Gimbal just kind of slumps down on the ground.
To be fair, we do still have like normal supplies. We don't actually have to go like look for anything at this point. So, and I have a tent.
Perhaps my age has left me careless. That shouldn't have been as difficult as it was.
All right. So we're taking a long rest then?
Yep.
Okay, let's just call it there then. You guys can go ahead and take the long rest on your sheets, as the night will go by pretty peacefully now that you've destroyed everything that could have been a problem, and you can level up before next week. Level 2.
Cool.
Yay.
Level 1.5.
Ooh. No. All right.
Awesome.
Start adding my level now.
Thanks to anybody who might be watching the live stream. You can also catch us on the podcast feed. And you can visit all of our social media presences at chevcast.tv. And we'll catch you on Saturday now for the next Solstice episode. We did switch the time now. We're doing Saturdays instead of Sundays. So we will be Saturday at 7:30 p.m. MST, but we don't usually start until 8. So feel free to catch us then. See you later.
See ya.
Goodbye.
Bye.